Welcome to Civility 360, your platform for all things civility, where civility, influence, and action are our deliverables. Listen, folks. We're going to have us a dynamic day today. My name is Professor Vernet A. Joseph, and I am your host, but I'm joined by my good friend, my co-host, Sir Clyde Rivers. He is the world civility leader. And today we're going to be talking about and celebrating Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness Day kickoff for 2021. How are you doing today, my good friend?
Man, I'm great. I'm excited. We have some of the most amazing people in the globe in the area of special needs that are help bringing awareness to people that are doing great things. So it's a true honor to be here today.
Absolutely, sir. Well, listen, to all of those of you who are watching, what we are asking you to do as soon as you join. Number one, we want you to tell us where you're joining us from. If you're watching the replay, we want you to do the same thing. We are on both platforms right now, the Civility 360 platform of Facebook, as well as the Civility 360 platform of YouTube. So go ahead and share this broadcast out, because I promise you, you are going to learn not only about some dynamic leaders who are global and making big things happen, but you will also learn about some dynamic nominees, some, watch this, challenge champions who are heroes, who are making big things happen in their community and abroad. So at this particular time, Sir Clyde Rivers, I want to bring the founder of Challenge Champions and Heroes to the screen. Dr. Robin Lococo, how are you?
I am good. Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good morning. We are phenomenal, pumped up, ready to go, because this is the day to kick off Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness Month. Talk to us. Tell us how this came about. Tell us what your vision is, and show us the actual trajectory of your vision over the past 3 years.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I started Challenge Champions back in 2015 in honor of my sister, Deborah Marie Mosier, that passed away from cerebral palsy at the age of 3. And I just really want to bring honor and recognition to the differently abled people of the world and their caregivers. That's my heart. I believe that everybody is created for a purpose in life, and each person has gifts and talents. And I just want to highlight that and bring it to the forefront and show that even though you have a disability, that you can accomplish great things in your life.
Good. Very good.
So today, this event here, I've handpicked some special guests that we are celebrating our National Awareness Day celebration kickoff, to where we're highlighting all these events that we're doing throughout the month of July, building to the National Day, which is July 29th, which is also my sister's birthday. So,
wow.
Phenomenal work. Phenomenal. And what I love about Dr. Robin Lococo, you may look at her and say that she is small in stature, but she is mighty to the world. She has changed the mindset of special needs to differently able. We don't talk disability here on Civility 360. We talk differently able, because everyone has a voice, everyone has a purpose, and we are changing lives and changing the world one small step at a time. So I salute you, Dr. Robin Lococo, for the work that you are doing and how you show up in the world each and every day. Sir Clyde Rivers, would you like to say a few words before we get started, sir?
Yeah. Dr. Lococo, this is heroic. I remember as you started this as an idea, and I've watched this thing evolve into 12 countries. And your representatives, Dr. Ruben West, how do you get a guy like that?
I have the best.
Someone that's impacting the globe every single day. Then you have Dan the Man Justice. That guy is one of the most genuine hearts you'll ever meet in the world. That whatever he commits to, he gives 110%. And then there's Betty Speaks. My goodness, Betty Speaks is an army by herself. We have Jocelyn that I just heard about a couple months ago, and her work is just off the grid. And then there's Kairos Gabriel from Ethiopia via Chicago. It gets no better than the people you have on this stage right now.
I
And
agree.
have I missed anyone on the stage? I think I'm good.
Yeah,
Soyam.
Soyam Shaw,
Oh
making
my
great
God.
things happen.
Forget
Come on, sir.
Soyam.
Soyam Shaw is the greatest young leader I know in the world. And I'm not just saying that. Her evidence and results of what she gets done and produces, she is the top young individual that I know in the entire globe today is Soyam Shaw.
Yes.
So we're honored to have everyone on this platform.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Listen, it is definitely a pleasure and an honor. This is our second year kicking this off via Civility 360, and we are so proud of the work that you are doing, Dr. Lococo. Now, I know everyone has been modest, and I don't want to get the numbers incorrect. If you would, tell the listening audience how many countries you are launched into as of today.
As of today, I'm currently in 12 countries. We have a new project, though, that we're starting shortly that is going to open up another 17 countries in West Africa. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, once again, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But if you're expecting to do something, you have to get started. And any place is a great place to start. Every single leader that you're going to hear from today has started somewhere and is impacting the globe. I want you to pick up what we're putting down right now. Impacting the globe. From their city, from their little block to the world, they are impacting the globe. So get ready, folks, for a fantastic day, a fantastic kickoff of Challenge Champions and Heroes. First up, we have Mr. Dr. Dan Justice, who will be joining us to the stage. This is a phenomenal young man. I'm going to go ahead and pause for the cause and let Sir Clyde Rivers bring him in.
Dan Justice is a legendary man that I know. I met him about 15 years ago, and my life has been impacted. He's a man of integrity, a man of excellence, and he's a man that's going to always be there on game day. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing to the stage, Dan, the man Justice. Come forth.
Welcome, Dan Justice. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. First of all, I want to thank you, Professor Burnett Joseph, for referring to me as a young man. That made my day.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's good.
Well, Dan, talk to us about your initiative and what you are doing in the world, and talk to us about how you're making a difference and the Challenge Champions and Heroes that you are going to nominate. There seems to be a slight delay for Dan. Can you hear us?
To spend time in some of the nations of the world, and I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Dan.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, having had the opportunity to spend some time in multiple nations in the world and seeing how people are treated that have some type of disability, there is a mass amount of humanity that will never know the value that God created them with, and that's a big part of humanity. And so, Challenge Champions to me, and I honor you, Dr. Robin Lococo, powerful, because there's a big part of humanity that needs to understand the values created them with and the contribution that we all need from their life.
Very good.
Am I connected still?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. And Dan, could you tell us a little bit about your nominees?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, these two nominees that I have right now are family members. And so I have had the opportunity to watch their life. Actually, three nominees. My cousin, Delana Hambrick Barsanti, is my cousin, and she has a son, Cullen, who is a special needs young man who's just graduated from high school. And so I have watched him through his high school career engage in his school, engage in band, engage in athletics, and he has not allowed his disability to hold him back from engaging in society. And so many people love him and have been inspired by him through his time in high school. So I'm nominating Cullen, and I'm also nominating Delana, who is his primary and the one who has facilitated his engagement and has been very involved in the community with the special needs children. And then my other nominee is my cousin, Danny Cox, who has his master's degree and is actually the counsel Fort Worth area where I live. So he has committed his life to counseling special needs children and their families and helping them maximize their engagement in education.
Very good.
Special needs educator.
Wow. Well, Dan, thank you so much for your amazing heart to always look to give to others. Thank you for your time too, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Absolutely. We salute you, Dan Justice, Dr. Dan Justice, for the work that you are doing all around the
My
globe.
honor.
We appreciate you.
Very good.
Thank you, Dan.
Absolutely. Next up, we have Dr. Ruben West. They say there is none other. There is none that can actually tap into the stratosphere when you speak about a man called Dr. Ruben West, who is the best, who lives in multiple countries, changing lives every single day, teaching others how to speak and speak well into the nations. We're talking about none other than Dr. Ruben West. Come on, Sir Clyde Rivers.
Right.
Let's introduce Dr. Ruben West.
I always tell people that Dr. West, he had to come from the West because the best comes from the West. Dr. Ruben West, come to the stage.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome to the stage, Dr. Ruben West. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you with us today. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you are changing the world. And then also, please share with us the nominees that you have for the Challenge Champions and Heroes this year.
Fantastic. Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me to speak. If gold was laying on top of the ground, we'd all be rich, but it's not. And the only way to find it is to mine for it, to dig for it. And what I love, and I want to say this first, Dr. Robin Lococo, you've taught us how to dig for gold. And the gold is those challenge champions or heroes that have always been there, but often been overlooked. So if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing this. Thank you for your great work. Thank you for your heart to do for others. Because of your own personal experience. Listen, my name is Dr. Ruben West. I'm live from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm excited to be able to represent the Challenge Champions and Heroes Day, which is coming up July 29th. You see, I have my Awareness Day pin on.
Right.
Thank you for that. And people ask me, what do I do? Well, let me tell you what I do in this capacity. I get the opportunity to look for individuals that are impacting the world as a challenge champion or a hero serving those challenge champions. And so fortunately, I was in Nairobi, Kenya during this month that's coming up. And so I've gotten a chance to select some people from Nairobi and Kenya that are truly, truly magnificent. And so real quick, let me tell you about these three. I have three individuals so far. Come the 29th or come the day of my event, which is the 17th, I may have another one or two. But you know what I have to look for the gold. It's not laying up here. You have to look for it. And so let me tell you the first person. Her name is Aurelia. I met her on the set of Signs TV. It's a TV program specifically for the deaf, and She is the sign language expert that provides sign language to these individuals. Now, watch this. I asked her, Aurelia, what was it that made you want to do sign language? She said, my brother, he's deaf.
Yeah.
Now, I just got to get this to you, that this hero was created out of her brother's challenge. Come on, somebody. Her brother, because he was deaf, inspired her to be able to be a mouthpiece for the deaf and an interpreter for the people who need to communicate with them. So she has given her life, dedicated her time. My event in 2019, she was the sign language expert that signed for all the speakers. She'll be back again on the 17th. That's my first nominee. My second nominee, her name is Diane Rook. She's in Mombasa, Kenya. She has a school that she started on her own with her own funds. And it probably has about 25 or 30 special needs children. But here's what she said. Somebody needs to take care of these children and give them the special love, care, and attention that they deserve. Why not me? And so she's built a whole curriculum for them. I got a chance to go to her program where she had them singing, she had them giving speeches and talking to the crowd. And I realized she put this together. And so I had to nominate her as one of these individuals that we're going to pay honor to. Thank you, Dr. Robin Lococo. The third person, this guy, his name is DJ Euphoric, but his real name is Ignatius, but they call him DJ Euphoric. Here's a gentleman up until his teenage years, had full activity, use of his body, but then lost his legs, lost use of his legs. And they basically told him, that's it for you. You know, here in Kenya, that's it. But he decided that he wanted to go to DJ school. He made his way to DJ school after being told he couldn't go because he didn't have a way to get his wheelchair to the 5th floor, and all they had was stairs. Then he found another DJ school that was on the 2nd floor, but he still didn't have an elevator. And his friend said, hey, if you're serious about this, we'll carry you up and down the steps every day. So he would wheel himself to school every day and be carried up and down the steps. And what I love is that he didn't want to be a DJ. He wanted to be the DJ. Now he DJs at all the President Kenyatta's events, and his story inspires millions around the country. And so,
Wow.
Amazing.
he is a champion. And so I'm just thankful that I get an opportunity to recognize these individuals because Dr. Lococo realized that gold isn't laying on top of the ground. You've got to mine for it. You've got to dig for it. And it forced us to go look for these individuals that deserve recognition. Dr. Lococo, I salute you. You see me wearing my pen representing. I can't wait to put my graphics up. Dr. Rivers, thank you for being the brains behind I Change Nations and giving us all a voice to do what we're doing. And then Dr. Burnett, Professor Burnett Joseph, I mean, what can I say about this guy?
Yeah.
You know, he's top shelf, he's top notch, he's always willing to serve, and he put forth on Civility 360. So just for me to be in company with you guys elevates my status. You known by the company you keep. Thank you guys for elevating me.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
Dr.
Rubin.
West.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reuben West. He will be having his event. And I'm telling you, every event that you're hearing about is absolutely phenomenal. He may say that I'm top notch, but I've got to take my crown and cast it and say he is top notch because he's making grand things happen.
Yes,
When
he
you
is.
get the opportunity
Yes, he
to
is.
meet a Dr. Reuben West, you will realize why he has the nickname the best, Dr.
Yeah.
Reuben West. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Dr.
for joining us
West.
all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. Blessings, peace, productivity, and civility to you always.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
This is great.
All right, so next up we have Dr. Soyam Shaw. Everyone always asks me, why do I call her the doctor? Because she is one of the greatest young minds around. Sir Clyde Rivers, I defer to you.
I'm going on record as saying she is the top young person I know in the world. That's just my experience in 100 and actually 50 some countries. I've met none better than her. And I'll tell you, she gives me great hope for the future because her evidence and results of what she does as an entrepreneur, as a philanthropist, and who she is as a person. And I love her dad, mom, Manoj and Jana. So
Yeah.
Soyam, you're the best I know, and we're honored to have you in. So
Welcome,
bring her
Soyam.
forth.
Woo!
Blessings,
Good morning.
blessings. Dr. Soyam Shaw, how are you today?
I'm amazing, and thank you for having me with you this evening.
Absolutely. We want to take some time to tell the listening and viewing audience who you are, where you're coming from, and what you do. And please, please don't negate the phenomenal event that you just had on yesterday. Talk to us.
Unbelievable.
Well, first and foremost, I would like to thank our president, Dr. Lokoko, because when I read about her and the times I've interacted with her, she's always giving me inspiration to go forward with advocating for our talent champions and heroes. And whilst Dr. Lokoko's vision was the way it came out was because of her sister, but she doesn't realize that she's inspired me not because of anyone, but because of everyone. We need to advocate for everyone. So my goal today in what I am doing is to advocate and raise these heroes and myself and everyone around me for all these forgotten people who are supposed to be known. So we have to, and what she's told me is that my goal as being part of the CCH team is to turn ordinary people to showcase what they do extraordinary.
Yes.
And that's why I am here today. So thank you for having me. And that's why my passion lies, because I want to be her voice. I want to be the voice that I can be.
Thank you
My
so much.
profession, I'm a marketing communicationist and a humanitarian, just to make it simple. And I was very privileged to have Dr. Lokoko and Dr. Tracy Ward and Sir Clyde Rivers and also Dr. Ruben West in our award ceremony for our CCH nominees yesterday.
Yes.
Just to let you know about our 4 nominations that we had. Our first one is Manoj Patni. Manoj Patni got blind due to a rare disease in 2003. I'm sorry, is that mine? Yes.
There's a go ahead.
Hear me
You're
now?
good.
Yes.
Mhm.
So Manoj Patni lost his vision in 2003. And then for around a year, he had to face a lot of stigma. He lost friends and family members because they all thought he was useless. However, Manoj Patni decided that he's going to take his blindness and create it as an opportunity and not a weakness. And what did he do? He created a group of like-minded people. So he got 5 visually impaired people, and he started his journey to advocate. And what he did to start this journey is he rode his bicycle with 5 other visually impaired persons, 105 kilometers, all the way from Nairobi to Naivasha, to raise money. And in 7 hours, he raised 2 million shillings for a kitchen in a primary school to serve over 1,000 children. And that was the start of his journey.
Wow.
Till today, he has fed over 25,000 people in the country. And during the COVID year, he ensured that he fed 2,500 families throughout the period. And lastly, apart from a lot of the work he does, he is ambassador for the White Cane Project, which we have going on, where so far till today, he has given 15,000 white canes to all the needy Kenyans and still continuing to go strong.
15,000. Awesome. Woo!
Phenomenal. Dr. Soyam Shaw making great things happen in her community and abroad. Sir Clyde Rivers and Dr. Robin Lokoko, you have found a gem in Dr. Soyam Shaw.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
We are grateful and thankful for the work that you are doing. We know without a shadow of a doubt that lives are changed. And I want you to see this comment from Donald Tosin. He says, Dr. Shaw, your voice is the oxygen for someone else's life.
Amen.
Never
Wow.
forget that the work that we are doing, folks, it goes beyond us. It's greater than us. And that's why it's such a pleasure and an honor to be part of the Challenge Champions and Heroes family.
Yeah.
Dr. Soyam Shaw.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
for how
Thank
you
so
show
much,
up
Sam.
in
Great work.
the world.
Thank
We
you.
truly do appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Next up, we have Dr. Kairos. Sir Clyde Rivers, please break it down, build it back up, and then show the world Dr. Kairos. With a name like Kairos, you got to be talking about great times. Come on.
Dr. Kairos is one of the most genuine hearts you'll ever meet in the world. She's the only person that makes everyone in the world feel like family. And I'll tell you, if you ever have a chance to meet her, you always leave better. Dr. Kairos Gabriel makes people better. Welcome to the stage, Kairos.
Thank you
Right.
for
There
the
she
wonderful
is.
introduction, Dr. Clive Rivers. I learned all that from you. You're my inspiration.
Absolutely. Dr. Kairos, thank you so much for joining us for the kickoff for Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness Day. Now, we know that you're doing great things. We want the audience to hear and know who you are, what you do, and how you're showing up. And please also talk about the nominees that you have for Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness this year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I want to really put my hats off for you, Dr. Robin Lococo, for this amazing work that you're doing. This is one of the most important things we need to do, talk about the people that are living with disabilities. My name is Kiros Tolda Gabriel, and I was born in Ethiopia. I came to the United States as a student, and my passion started with people with disabilities is when I was back at home in Ethiopia growing up. I saw it was from my parents and my grandparents who were very passionate in helping people with disabilities, people who less disadvantaged, for people who live in poverty. So that was my inspiration. Started from helping these people because for generations, disability has been considered like a sin.
Yeah. A curse.
Like a curse.
Mhm.
People possessed by the devil, and they are supposed to be alienated, far away from the community, far away from the society. They are. For generations, it's been going on. There was like for the families, it was like a source of shame for the family. So this was very, it hurt me a lot. And I know the pain that they go through. And I always believe that all human beings are created equally in the hands of the loving God.
Yeah.
We are all created in his image. God never makes a mistake. We're all created for a purpose. I always believe that. Every one of us are equal, and we should treat each one with respect and dignity
Yes.
Amen.
that they deserve. So I always have a heart for people who go through disability, because the struggle that they go through, even to wake up in the morning for us is easy, like you take a shower, you get up and go out. But for people who have disability, there's a struggle that they have to go through. It takes time, patience with them. So I wanted to, I've always been passionate about, and I've been working with people with disabilities for many years. And families, especially families who don't speak the language here in the United States. From my community, I was representing them. I was a voice for them, trying to get them the benefits that they deserve. And then also to make sure that they should be treated fairly, not being discriminated, to be treated fairly, just like human beings.
Yeah.
So I work with a lot of, that's one of the things that I did. One of my passions is to work with them, and I worked with many of them. And some of the people that I nominated today for this program is, people who have gone through disability, but they went over the challenge that they faced every day, but they got over that, and they became they beat this challenge, that they face every day. But this one of the people that I selected is Dr. Ida Abraha. She's a very good friend of mine. She was born and raised in Ethiopia. Her son was born 22 weeks, so he was premature. And the doctors told her that he was going to be blind and he was going to never walk again. He was going not to speak, again. There was a point where they didn't even want him to live. But her strong faith that she had, she stood by her faith.
Yes.
And I've seen all the years of the struggle that she had. She gave him 100% of her time. And at the same time, she went to school, and she's a professor at Chicago State University.
Wow. Very good.
Also. So, but the challenge that she had, her son now is grown up to be a fine young man. He actually works now at Mariano's. And that's also one of the persons that I wanted to nominate because he beat his challenge. It was difficult for him growing up with all the, the symptoms and waking up every day. He had his own schedules of how to do things. And she was with him all this time. So I wanted to nominate her for an award.
Absolutely.
As a caregiver, a hero.
As a caregiver, a hero. And then as a person, his name is Robel Salomon. He's also the person that her son, his name is Robel Salomon. Dr. Ida Abraha, she started an organization called RS Africa. So this RS Africa, R stands for Robel, S stands for Salomon, his last name. So it's RS Africa. So she's gives information in Ethiopia. She wants to make awareness. So we've been doing this together for the last few years. She started, and then we creating awareness for people to believe in people with disabilities, that they have capabilities, they have things that they can do in life, not be thrown out, like they are no use. So I salute her for that. And the third person that I nominated is his name is Samuel. He's a very young child. He's 18 years old now, and he was born. He had a stroke when he was born as a baby. So he had mobility problem. He has speech problem, and also he has he drools. So he had so much difficulty in his life. And there was a time that in Chicago, the CFS wanted to take him away from his mom because his mom also suffers disability. So I met with this DCFS family, and I told them that when you take a child away from his mother, from the person that he knows well, you taking him away, from his home, from his church, from his community, and then you're not going to do any good for him. So I took upon myself to take over, to watch over him. And now he's 18 years old. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. He goes to high school. He's always making the effort. He's a very smart child. So he's got his confidence back.
Yeah.
And he's speaking a little better now. His speech has improved. So I am very proud of him. And that's one of my nominees that I have.
Phenomenal.
And for myself, I also have an organization called Our Legacies Left Behind. It's an organization that empowers each one of us to remember what our legacy is going to be. How do we want to be remembered? And what do we want to leave behind that's going to change the world, to make our world a little better than we left it. So that's, some of the things that I do. But these are the people that I'm proud of, and I wanted to nominate them for this challenge.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kyra.
Thank you
Dr.
so much.
Kyra.
Thank you so
Very
much.
good.
Phenomenal for the grand work that you are
Awesome work.
doing. We awesomely appreciate everything that you are doing in our world, how you show up and how you show out. And of course, the nominees that will be awarded this year. Thank you so much, Dr. Kairos. We appreciate you and honor you and the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
Next
Thank you
up,
for your time.
we have Dr. Betty Speaks. Come on, somebody.
Woo!
Talk to us, Sir Clyde Rivers.
Betty Speaks is a military unit by herself. I started working with her, and she does more in 1 hour than 50 people. And the most important thing is whatever she sinks her teeth into, she's gonna get the job done. And she's passionate about everyone living the life they're supposed to. And she understands that everyone goes through like challenges, but here it is, you can resurrect. So Betty Speaks, we may resurrect you on the platform right now.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here, Dr. Robin Lococo. This is such an amazing platform, Challenge Champions and Heroes. I have renamed it to Warriors Who Are Challenged, but their challenges are not challenging them. Because I see Professor Renee Joseph, I love you so much. And thank you, sir, for all the opportunity. Sir Clyde Rivers, what can I say? What can I say? I'm going to let you know that I have 10 nominees, and Dr. Lococo said, if you want any more, you got to pay for them. It's like, oh, okay. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys know me. When I do something like this, I go big because there's so many that are out there that are doing things and they are not getting the recognition.
Yeah.
Not that they need the recognition, but we think that they should be recognized. I say I have 10. I will not go over all 10 of them, but I will be building a website today. You'll get the opportunity to look at all 10 of them. I sent Professor Bernay one of my favorites. This young lady is a close friend of mine. Her name is Centra, known as CC. She is a professional motivational speaker. She is she was given an award by President Obama for participating in the Paralympians events. And I tell you, she's wheelchair bound, sir. She was in an accident. As a paratrooper, she and one of the other leaders collided out of a C-130. Their weavings got intertwined. She burst her L1 and L2 vertebrae, but that did not stop her from being who she is today. So she is definitely challenged, and her challenges are not challenging her. She is a Department American Veterans DAV icon. She's on every magazine that the DAV published as one of their sponsors, because she is challenged, but her challenges are not challenging her. And she lives in Columbia, South Carolina. I said, well, I can come there and do your event for you because of your condition. She says, oh, no, you won't. I will drive to wherever you're hosting that event. So I'm looking forward to her being here. I have followed her for so long. The second person that I want to tell you about is Reggie Cotterington. He is a professional. There is no Kenny G or any other jazz musician that can make my heart shine like Reggie can. He has played his instruments on The Guiding Light, several soap operas he has played for. When Reggie walks into a building, people laugh at him, say he looks like the Elephant Man or walks like the Elephant Man. But when Reggie toots his horn,
Yeah, saxophone.
yes, his saxophone, but saxophone is what the instrument really is. People are looking for the person that is playing that instrument. They're looking around and trying to want to know who is that. So he is playing with several celebrities. His father played his instrument for The Godfather. He was a twin. His brother died at the age of 29. And Reggie believes that his brother is looking over him today as he's the caretaker for his parents, given the fact that he has cerebral palsy. So I said, after I listened to Robin's story, her why, I had to bring Reggie on board.
Wow.
All of my recipients are not here in South Carolina. One of my recipients, Octavia, will be at the event on June 24th. July 24th, you will get to meet her. She's also wheelchair bound, and she's excited to be there with Dr. Robin Lococo in person to receive her award. Again, I say my individuals are challenged, but their challenges are not challenging them. So this has been Dr. Betty Speaks, and I'm passing the mic back.
And don't forget that she has just been appointed as our veterans leg of Challenge Champions and Heroes. I'm so honored to start this with you, Betty.
Absolutely. Thank you. Dr. Betty Speaks, making grand things happen. We appreciate you and we salute you and the work that you are doing. Always looking forward to connecting with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Betty.
And then next up, we have Pastor Jocelyn Campbell. Man, come on, Doc. Talk to us, sir. Break it down.
Jocelyn, I've not known her long, but I follow. I did my homework and research. She's truly a statesperson, a statesman, a statesperson that has the ability to bring things together. And I'm telling you, what she has chosen to do in her church and her ministry to take care of the families of special needs, she is a priceless gem. And we're honored to have her as a part of our network now. Yes. Jocelyn, come to the stage.
Come to the stage. It's Jocelyn.
Hi.
Blessings, Jocelyn.
Blessings, everyone. How are you? I am so honored to be here and representing just this amazing work that you all are doing. I want to just first give honor to all of you, Dr. Robin Lococo, Dr. Sir Rivers-Clyde, Professor Joseph. Thank you for having me here. It is an honor to be here with all of you. I want to just say thank you, first of all, for this groundbreaking global humanitarian work that you all have been doing. It is so worthy to see the light that is being shined on the special needs families. This is something that is so dear and near to my heart, but to be able to see that they are being uplifted at such a time as this, it is so wonderful to see that. They are often, as we all know, cast aside. And these are people that are doing right now in the area they are doing phenomenal work for the kingdom, just as they are. And we just want to thank you for highlighting them, for giving them this recognition, because they are global ambassadors. They are doing the work for the kingdom. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for highlighting that. Dr. Lococo, you know how I feel about you already. And I just want to say thank you. And Sir Clyde Rivers, I mean, this is just an honor just to have you even with us here tonight. So I just wanted to say, first and all, give my thanks and honor to all of you.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Tell us about who you are, what you're doing, and the nominees that you are nominating that will be awarded later on this year.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, my name is Pastor Jocelyn Ramos Campbell. And so depending on how you know me first as either a special needs pastor. If you know me from my other life, as I say, it was in marketing and special public relations world. I worked for over a decade as a public relations executive in the world of Department of Defense and as a spokesperson under the Bush and Obama administration. And then I also worked as a marketing and field special agent for myself and as for marketing with many world renowned brands. And I did that a long time. So when you pull up my name, you'll see a lot of different names attached to me. So I'm sure a lot of people see that. But that is for media and marketing that I did for a lot of blogging and social media, and that I love that work as well. But my heart always has been in ministry as well. I've done ministry all my life, and special needs has affected my life personally. I have a youngest son who's 6 years old. He has autism, and then you know how Lord will use you in your life, and He will bring challenges to you so that He can use it for His glory and for His purpose. So as He did with Dr. Lococo, He has used me as a vessel as well. And my son, I'm a special needs mother, but I also have MS myself. So I'm using all of those challenges for His greater good and His purpose. So I was so glad to find bringing this to Dr. Tolson as well, who we love in our church. He brought this opportunity to us. And so to be having this awards, challenge champions and heroes to be able to honor our special needs families, because we're doing this right now. We have respite care through Nathaniel's Hope, which we love that organization of respite care. And we are right now in the process of building a gym in our church, a recreation center called the Campus 500 through our incredible pastor. And I have to just give him a shout out, Dr. Tony and Jody McCoy. Dr. McCoy is another one that you might know from a previous life, that he was an NFL great for the Indianapolis Colts and Arizona Cardinals. And he is one of those people, one of those rare pastors who, when you bring him a special needs ministry, a lot of times, a lot of churches, you know, they kind of get that pushback, like special needs, you know, what does that do? And he was one of those people through Save, Encourage, and Change. He said, hey, well, these are our families that we have here. We're going to bring them the word. We're going to embrace that. So he embraced this, you know, he embraced this I Change. He embraced the challenge champions and heroes. And he says, what do we got to do to make that happen? You know, so I was so happy with that. And so this award ceremony, we wanted to just give honor to where honors due. And when he heard about Dr. Lococo and this wonderful work that all of you are doing, he was just fabulous about that. So the honorees that we're having here, we have a couple of them. We have someone like Izzy Cry, who is just, it was so great to have an award ceremony that just honors them just the way they are. Izzy is one of our wonderful Buddy Break recipients who, just the way she is, she's one of those people that just light up the room when you see her, you know, and she inspires people by just the way she is. She's inspired others to go into the special needs field and do that. And then we have someone like Derek Alexander, who with his, he has autism, but he has gone into our law enforcement and teach them how to be able to interact when they go into a home of children with autism. So they know how to have, you know, responsiveness to them. So he has helped with that. We have just some amazing kids. We also have one of our other ones that have been just amazing, like Nathaniel Vasquez. Nathaniel Vasquez is a leader here in one of our ministries here, Anointed Ministries from Groveland. And he has been one of those boys. He's done community service for our city of Groveland. We have Troy Winters, who's one of those that when he found out that we are building the gym, he just listened to our online service and pulled out his piggy bank and said, we found out that the gym is going to have a gourmet kitchen. And we said, well, in the ministry, Pastor Tony had said, we're going to be using that gym to feed the homeless. And he came out, he pulled out his piggy bank and said, I'm going to help feed the homeless. So he just, one of those kids like that. And that's a kid with autism, does that. And we are also honoring some of our siblings, which is something that often gets, you know, shuffled in this, because the siblings are right there with their parents, hands on, you know, helping with the special needs kids, but they're also doing amazing work on their own. They're giving back. They're on honor roll. So this was a time to be able to honor them. And we have Audrey Flagger, who's doing just amazing work. She gives back. She helps us in Buddy Break. She's on honor roll. My own twins, Jonathan and Jeremy Campbell, who have always been caregivers from the day they were born with my parents and over my own son as well. We have Chloe Acker, who lost her brother last year to a terminal brain cancer. And she was an amazing sibling to him. And then her parents just had twin girls. And that was just, you know, God blessing their family. And she's now going to be a big sibling to them. And we have two amazing caregivers, Jael Aurora and Michelle Hinojosa, who are also going to be highlighted as well. So we've
Yeah.
just got some amazing people that we are just delighted to be able to honor. We'll be so happy that Dr. Lococo is coming to bless us with her presence as well. So it's
Yeah.
going to be an amazing night, and we're thanking the city of Groveland as well to be partnering with us. So we're honored to have be part of this amazing organization.
And that's on July 24th.
July 24th, Saturday, July 24th.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Pastor Jocelyn Ramos Campbell, thank you so much for the work that you're doing in and around the world, how you're showing up and setting a foundation, letting each and every person know that they are important, they're seen, they're heard, they're celebrated, and they are championed. So I just want to say thank you to all those who have been with us today. I know many people have had to leave because they're in different parts of the country and they're actually doing other events. But I'm going to bring everyone back on the stage who's in the background currently and just say to you all that we are grateful and thankful for the work that you all are doing, both in your community and abroad. No one goes unnoticed. And that is why we have Challenge Champions and Heroes. So Dr. Robin Lococo, I salute you once again for the great work that you are doing and how we are changing the world and the viewpoint of who we would call special needs. They are differently able, they're not disabled, and they have great and grand value in the world. So I just want to bring this Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness Day that happens every year, July 29th. These are some of your representatives that are changing the globe and helping people win right where they are. We are so excited because this work, remember, was started from someone else's challenge. And it is now going around the globe. The National Day is July 29th. Every single year, you have the autonomy, you have the ability to tap in and connect. You too can be awarded a Challenge Champion and Hero Award if you are changing the world. So if you are watching this broadcast or the replay and you say, I want to connect, then you need to connect with Dr. Robin Lococo.
Yes.
She is making a grand difference around the world. And salute to all of you who saw it not robbery to say, I want to be a part of this great and wonderful organization.
Yes.
26 to 27 countries will be changed because Dr. Robin Lococo thought it not strange to say, I will stand up and make a difference for those who may be seen as off to the side. So I salute you. I'm grateful and thankful. Thank you to all of you wonderful ladies and those men who were on the platform earlier. We are changing the world.
Yes.
Look out for events that are coming. We kicking this off now in June to get you prepped and ready for July. Because July, it's going to be bananas.
Amen.
We ask that you continuously share the events as they come about, that you utilize the hashtags so that we can bring more awareness to Challenge Champions and Heroes. Also, make sure you look for the Facebook page, Challenge Champions and Heroes. And if you'd like to connect with Dr. Robin A. Lococo on Facebook. And also, do you have an email that you want them to send something to, Dr. Robin Lococo?
Yes, they can reach me at robin.challengechampions@gmail.com, or they can also go through my website, Challenge Champions and Heroes. And the Heroes is spelled without the E. It's just HEROS.com. So either way, if you have anyone you would like to nominate or get more involved in Challenge Champions and Heroes, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you.
Absolutely. So once again, thank you for watching Civility 360 as we celebrate the Challenge Champions and Heroes National Awareness Kickoff. Again, July 29th. Big things are happening, but all month long, stay tuned because we are coming at you. Thank you
Please
all
share
once
posts.
again. Thank you for the great work that you are doing. We salute and appreciate each and every one of you. Blessings, peace, productivity, but most of all, civility to you all. God bless.